Hey guys, what's going on? This is my tribute to Rush Royale Tips and Tricks Bear, gone but not forgotten. I will forever miss that guy. Like, I trust that he's gonna start Marvel Rivals at some point, and I'll probably watch it, even though I don't even play the game. But if you don't know, like, Rush Royale Tips and Tricks is like one of the people that I started. Like, when I started, I didn't really have friends in this space. There were people, like, YouTubers that I knew, but I never really talked to anybody, like, within the Discord. I had, like, my own group of people that were, like, subscribed to me and that were in my chats all the time. But in terms of other, like, Rush Royale YouTubers or Rush Royale Twitch people, I'm not really on Twitch. I didn't really talk to anybody. And a lot of those people, like, talk to each other. They're all basically friends. And Rush Royale Tips and Tricks, I saw him from, like, the inception of when he started his channel. Or basically when he started his channel, to when he first started doing lives. And I loved watching him play Genie. A free Genie all the time, up until, like, what's it called? The Sultan became the best thing. But I watched him play it so often that I had a base understanding for how it basically worked. And I would like to showcase that in 3 separate videos. So I'm going to go with this Bard game first, as a basic overlying principle. Essentially what you're doing, like, and I also wanted to do this video because I don't really do gameplay with Genie because I don't have it maxed out, and it feels weird to do video with a unit trying to showcase how that unit works when you don't even have all the talents. You don't have to have all the Ascension talents. Like, all of those are just bonuses on top of bonuses. But, like, if you don't even have, like, max talents, like, to 15, it feels weird to do a review on how good this unit is or how it plays when you haven't unlocked all the regular things to unlock. But in the case of Royal Trials, like, you're able to build decks, and I love playing this in this mode. And for this modifier, you have to use an enchant sword and a dryad, and every so often, whenever you use your dryad to upgrade something, it has the chance to do a double upgrade. The idea of a Genie deck, or an Efreet Genie deck, essentially what you're doing is you're upgrading all of the cards on the outside. You're basically, like your Banshee kind of wall. You're basically trying to upgrade all of those cards. I do try to stay in a 9 grid. So for this game, I think I stay on the left side. So on the left side, you can already see I have most of my Genies on the left side, and so the other side will normally be a ditch side, where I can, like, move that, the enchant sword. I end up going towards the thing, and then it ends up bursting into flames, which is the Efreet Genie mechanic. And the reason why it's not completely great to use a Dryad, or to use a Scrapper in this deck. You can't anyway, because they are forcing you to use Dryad, but it's actually more beneficial to use Dryad in order to keep rotating the board. You actively want your center Genies to keep exploding, because that is when you summon in a Genie in the center, that's how you're going to gain your stacks, that's how you're going to activate your Genies. So I'm doing this as a overview, like, how to, like, kind of like gameplay, and then the other 2 games are just insane, especially the last one. Stay tuned for that. But I don't do a lot of Genie gameplay. I don't do a lot of things outside of my wheelhouse of, like, favorite units that I have. And that rotates, but it's all normally Forest Faction. It's Blade Dancer, Treant, Spirit Master I was doing when Spirit Master was ruling the world. And lately it's been Treant, Blade Dancer. With, like, a sprinkling of Tesla. Sometimes I play Tesla. Sometimes Tesla does, like, way more damage than I would think. This season, I'm going to upgrade a Max Banshee, and then I'm going to start trying to use that as both a DPS unit and a support unit, and to see how well it does at my crit level. because I know that it can do well. And so essentially here, I have the Harlequin in the center, and what you're trying to do is you're just upgrading, as you can see, I'm upgrading everything around. And every time I merge, like right there, when I merge the two genies, I'm merging it up. You never want to merge into the center because then it's just going to be harder for you to get rid of that thing. The level 3 in the center is the only exception because what you're trying to do is you're trying to build a block. And every time you summon in either a genie or a Harlequin to where you can copy a genie, if you have everything around that block, you're going to get, I believe, 9 stacks. You get, every time you make a line, it counts for that stack. So right there, I did 1 line because it's 1 line across or I'm sorry, 1 line across, 1 line down. So you get 2 stacks out of it. And that's how you're building stacks. So right there, that is your ideal summon in. Just summoning in a genie when you have the entire block. Right there, I have a level 1. A level 1 Harlequin, but I don't have a level 1 genie, so that becomes a problem. This level 4 sword in the corner is obviously a problem. And so what that's why I say, like, when I have on the right side, that's my ditch square. Oh, I love this. It goes 2 into the 3. I'm waiting for my summoner to do an enhanced summoning on this level 3, and I'm hoping, obviously, for a level 3 sword or a level 3 Harlequin, so I can get rid of the level 3 sword, and hopefully that will turn into a 4 Harlequin or sword, so I can get rid of the other sword, and watch this. No, it doesn't happen. I thought it did, but I got rid of it, and then got a level 4. I merged the 2 level 3s and still got a level 4, so that worked out too. Even though it didn't completely work out. Right now, I'm just waiting for my summoner to enhance summoning again. As you can see, the activation is gonna go away. And now, right now, this is a very precarious place to be in because now I don't have my stacks activated, or I don't have a genie activated, and your attack speed and your damage output goes like super far down. Right here, I get 2 2s, I get a 3, I get a 3 into the 3. I can use I believe I can use the 4. I can use the 4 right there. That gives me a 6 because of the double upgrade. This was just like as soon as I did this game, I didn't think that I would get an even more insane game. And then I played the second game. And then after that game, I thought I wouldn't get an even more insane game. And then I played the third game. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this as like a really long video of just Ifrit Genie playing. To hopefully like encourage you to, try this out if you can. I know that Sultan is the better version of a Genie deck right now, but in Royal Trials, in these like event type modes, I love running this deck. I think that it's very strong. Right here I have a 4, a 3, a 5, a 5, a 5, a 6, a 3, and a 2. I get a Genie. I'm able to level 1, get max stacks. I go 3 into the 4. The 4 is going to explode, but that's also still going to give me 4 stacks. So even it exploding, it frees up my board, so it's not the worst thing either when a level 4 explodes. Right here, I can get the level 1. I drop into a second level 1 in the center. You can also time out your when you decide to use your Harlequins, because again, you do have to have your thing activated all the time. I get rid of the sword, and I get a level 5 in the corner. Copying a level 5 from here, because it won't activate, you have no fear of it exploding. They only explode when they become active. And it's only the specific Genie that made everything be active. Because this level 5 was so far in the corner and you didn't get an activation out of it because it's not making a line of 3, you will keep the level 5, and then you can use the mermaid to cleanse it. And that's why this is so good. After that game, I was like, that's the most insane thing. And then I played, was it that one? No, and then I played this game. So this is another Bard guy with a Trapper, and he does much better than that other guy. The other guy was not great, and this guy is much better. Same strategy. You're still trying to upgrade the outer side. I'm just going to let you watch this because the more interesting thing comes at the end of this match. I was very positive I was going to die. I get very, very stuck. Because you're not using a scrapper, you have the ability to get stuck. And if you cannot activate your genies, you can die. Once your genies are not active, your attack speed and therefore damage output just drops so hard. You could have so many like high level genies and it doesn't matter. You need to be able to activate your genies by summoning in. And to be able to summon in, you have to be able to keep merging things or harlequinning things. Like I was saying in the last battle, you can time out your harlequins so that if you don't need an activation because you're already killing the wave, you can wait until your activation goes away, then harlequin, and then you have it refreshed. You get into a flow where you start to just keep like doing things immediately and in the beginning of the game, and you don't need to do everything immediately. You can take your time with this deck as well in order to keep that activation going. I guess I'll take the time to talk about Rush Royale Tips and Tricks if you just my interaction with him. I talked about this in a previous video, but the reason that I gravitated towards him was that he was making videos and giving his opinion about things. He wasn't just upgrading Rush Royale videos just to upgrade do Rush Royale videos. He was actively trying to make change, to do things to make change. He was actively trying to figure things, he was actively trying to tell the developers to do things. He was actively making videos expressing his own actual opinions about things, whether he liked something or whether he didn't like something. And the fact that he was able to just decide to not play anymore, I think that more people that hate this game or that like actively just decide to comment all the time on things, like, oh, I hate this, oh, I dislike this, and oh, the game is like terrible and nobody should play this game, but they continue to play this game. I think that they can take a lesson from Rush Royale Tips and Tricks. That man spent a lot on this game. He had a level 60 or he had a very close to level 60 Zeus when 60 was max. He was building a Fortuna. He spent a large quantity of money on this game. He spent a large quantity of money getting a Bard that he chose to never use, which I thought was funny. He like maxed out a Bard like day one, or in that event period of time. Is this the worst of the two guys? Now I don't even know. Now I don't even know if this is like if I'm just replaying the same battle or not. I hope that I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm not. But there's a big part of me because I played 2 Bard battles in a row. I guess the biggest tell will be if I get the level 4 in the corner. No, it's a regular level 4. Okay, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this is a different battle. But he maxed out like a Bard, basically in that week 1, when it first released, and he just chose to never use it, and I thought that was really funny. It was amazing that he was able to somehow give his opinion about the game, but at the same time not be as ridiculous as I am sometimes, where like I will actively, because I'm always me, like I'm always who I am, and so when like in a stream, for example, if somebody pisses me off in a stream, I will respond to them in the same way I will respond to somebody if they piss me off in a comment. And he somehow had the ability to just be like himself, like who he was he had the ability to give his perception on the game, but keep that about the game. Whereas I'm always trying to change people, and he focused on the game. I think that was the main difference between the two of us. Like, I don't really have a problem with the game. I have a problem with how people think about the game. And I think that was that change, or that difference in the two of us, was a reason why he would probably, if he still continued being in this game, why he would far surpass like the amount of subscribers that I would ever have. Right here is where I thought I was gonna die. I was very stuck right here. I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and watch this. 1 into that. Right here, I get a 3 into a 3. 1 into 2. I'm able to get enough genies. I'm able to free up enough of the board in order to get enough genies. I had a genie activation, a magic fist activation. That was that game. I think that was the major difference between us. Now that I say it out loud. He was always championing to change the game, and I'm always championing to change people. People's perception, people's false perception about like how they feel about this game for unsubstantiated reasons, or for, in my own head, like unsubstantiated reasons. People thinking that this game is like free to or pay to win, and it really isn't. It doesn't have to be if you don't want it to be. If you want to be number 1 on the leaderboard and have all the crit and have, win a lot of your games, it can be. But even in saying that, even if you had everything, you still wouldn't win all the time. And so calling it pay to win is kind of ridiculous as well. You would win more games than if you had just a Boreas Grindstone deck. If you had a Fortuna Phoenix Stasis deck, you would win more games, but you would also fight against harder people as well. And so all of that in my head balances out. But I think if somebody said that the game was pay to win to him, he would agree with that, because he was and even as a paid player, even as a person with a Zeus and a Fortuna, he would still agree with that assessment, and I would challenge that assessment. I think that was the major difference between us. And even in saying that, that was the reason why I gravitated towards him. I gravitated towards him because both of us have opinions. However we choose to use our opinions, we have opinions. We have like stances that we are willing to take. We have like argumentative like stances on, what we believe about this game. It's not purely just content. We had a investment into the betterment of this game and for this game to continue. This is the last battle, and it's absolutely insanity. This was the one that made me definitely want to post this. The luck that I have at every single moment in this game is madness. Bear, wherever you are, I hope you're proud of me, because this game is... I would not know how to play Genie if it weren't for you. And, especially, obviously, Ifrit Genie, this is a very complicated, seemingly easy-looking deck to play. There are things that you can choose to do that are better things than other things that you can do. And the amount of luck that I have in this game is crazy. I try to build on the right side, and it's just luck after luck after luck. Right there, I get a 4. And so obviously I'm able to... all I want is another Dryad in order to make a 3, and then slap the 4 onto it. And watch what happens. So right here I get the 3. Merge. That turns into a 5, which leaves me with still a level 4. I merge those two, get a level 2 that doesn't blow up. Getting rid of all of the swords feels so good. Like when the swords become either a dryad or another genie, it feels so good. When it doesn't become just another sword, because that's how you get stuck and you have to figure things out. Having that one in the center disappear. Oh, there we go. I used the 4 on the 4 and I got a 6 out of it because I got the double upgrade. I get a 3 Harley Quinn. A Harley Quinn is also good because that's just another genie. Get the level 2 and it burns, which is perfect because then it frees up the spot. Merge that away, because you never want to merge into the center because you can get stuck. It's always better to merge away. I get the 2 summoners. That gives me a level 3 genie that doesn't blow up. My entire center is completely empty. The level 3 that's in the center, I always want to keep. Always upgrade higher. So right there I had 2 level 2 dryads. You could upgrade 2 level 2 genies, but it's always better to combine them and upgrade a 3 to a 4 because you always want low level genies to be able to merge out. This seems really bad right here. That gives me 2 level 2s. Again, you want to merge the 2 level 2s in order to give yourself a 3, in order to merge something else higher. Another reason to do that is also when you have a level 2, if you upgrade 2 level 2s to a level 3 and you summon in a dryad later, you now need a bunch of dryads in order to upgrade that level 3. If you use 2 level 2 dryads, combine them to a level 3 to make a 3 a 4, and you leave yourself with 2 level 2s, if you have less space on the board and you summon in 2 dryads, you can now use two dryads to upgrade your level 2 now, and that's easier. That becomes easier. When you have a lot of space like this and you have the ability to upgrade higher things higher, to always do that. That gives me a 5, by the way. I slap it onto the middle one and it gives me a 5. That gives me a 3. So that gave me a 3. So I had a level 2 where the Harley Quinn is, a level 2 summoner. I get the Harley Quinn. It gives me a level 3 sword, which now is going to allow me to get rid of the level 3 sword. I get a level 4 sword, which is awkward. The 2 level 2s give me, or the 2 level 1s give me a genie that is going to explode. That frees up my board. The left side is always, the reason why I always try to make a block is so that if I want to get rid of genies, because I have to, because I get into a board state like this, what I can do is I can get rid of the genies, like a singular genie, on my main side and throw it on to the left side in order to get rid of it and try to recuperate. I can completely destroy that entire left side as long as the majority of my box side stays. That gives me 2 3s. That's two 4s into a 5. And then that gives me a 7. That upgrades and gives me a 7. Gives me the Dryad upgrade and gives me a 7. It should be noted, by the way, that when you combine Dryads together with this modifier, the Dryads could accidentally upgrade as well. And the fact that they're not, and they're waiting until I actually upgrade the unit, is what made this game so, it's so insane. That gives me a level 3 to give me another activation. 2 level 2s. I'm able to copy 2 level 2s. If I really need to, I can merge out the 2 level 2s. And then it gives me the level 3 Dryad, which I can then use. And then it gives me the level 5 in the corner. Like, this game was insane. This game was madness. 2 level 2s, it gives me the sword, which allows me to get rid of that sword. I can still, the level 1 Dryad, I can now use, I use that on the bottom right corner, and that double upgraded me to a level 3. The level 2 just gave me a level 4. The level 2 Dryad just gave me, double upgraded and gave me a level 4. I now have a 2-3-4 sword, which is obviously awkward. But because this is the luckiest game in the world, right now I'm waiting on this activation. Because I'm running out of options, I know that all I need to do is just wait for my genie activation to go away and then copy the Harley Quinn, because then I'd get a refreshed activation on all my genies. So right here, I'm waiting for it to go away. It does. I copy, combine out, gives me a 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. I think it was that moment. I was like, we're doing this. We're making it a video. Clip it out. Clip it out. And then yeah. It gives me a 5 in the corner that obviously doesn't have activation, so I get to keep it. It doesn't activate anything, so it doesn't have the chance to burn, and I get to keep it. Losing a level 2 is whatever. I get the 2 into the 3. None of this matters. He's dead. Yeah, and then I get another genie. Rush Royale Tips and Tricks, wherever you are out there playing Marvel Rivals, I wish you are doing the best. I hope you're doing the best. And I will forever miss you. I will forever miss that you don't do Rush Royale anymore. But whenever you do Marvel Rivals, I'll probably watch you. I'll probably be in your chat if that's how you're doing them. If that's how you're playing Marvel Rivals, I'll probably be in your chat watching you play a game that I don't even play. But yeah, that's Ifrit Genie for you.